Good afternoon, boys and girls and children of all ages. Welcome to another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters. OKC presents Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and I hope everyone is doing well on this Talk Tuesday edition of the show. How we doing, good folk, good people? Raise that roof a little bit. Raise that roof as high as you can. Get them hands up in the air and wave them around like you just don't care. We're raising the roof up and chow. All right. Got high fives out in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug this thing out. Sometimes you got to do what, kids? Hug yourself. Because nobody's going to do it. You got to do it for yourself. Sometimes you got to make yourself feel good. There's nothing wrong with it. Huh? There's nothing wrong with making yourself feel good. Nothing wrong with that at all. In this time and age, we got to do things of that nature. We got to look out for one another, and we got to do things for ourselves. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your emails, your criticism, your constructive criticism, and your hate. I love it all. Whether you're on Facebook, hello, X at W2B Dre Montez, or YouTube Dre Montez, thank you so much. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my great nephew, TJ. Happy birthday to you. And also, thank you all for the birthday wishes from my oldest boy, Stormy. Yesterday was his 34th birthday. Thank you so much for that. Why do parents celebrate their kid's birthday like it's their birthday? Why? Why do we do that? Why? Not every birthday. You know, the ones that make sense, when they turn, once they get in their 20s, when they turn 21, they turn 25, when they get in their 30s, it's every damn year. I don't have a kid that's 40 yet. I bet not. It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible for me to have a 40-year-old kid. But for the most part, thank you again for the birthday. Greetings to my grandmother, to my son, and to my great nephew. Happy birthday to you all. Definitely for sure. What's going on? Good morning, Jerry, my man. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you, sir, for sure. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. There's a lot going on in the sports world. Like there's so much going on. I think somebody's up to something. Somebody's out here lying to us. But before that, if you're celebrating anniversaries, well, happy anniversary to you. I realized by video that 8 years ago today, I had my first visible pieces of gray hair to me. Sometimes I love the reminders that we get when it comes to the video form, but still. Happy anniversary to you if you're out there celebrating anniversary. Happy anniversary to Fairway Automotive as well. They have 3 locations to serve you. Check them out. South County, South City, and as well. And what they call that? Middleborough on Watson over in that vicinity as well. But how is everyone doing today? Let's get through our daily pillars here, if you don't mind. We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. And there's a lot of that going on right now. The girls got cheated in basketball last night. As my man Jerry said. Right now, in the sports world, there is a lot of conversations going on about the elephant in the room. And we're going to start that off today. Bet that. I don't know if you gamble, if you know people that do gamble. As a person that has been around gambling since my teenage years, there's certain things you do know and you don't know, and then you find out when you're looking at sporting games. Something's not right here. Just something's not right. And when those oddities come up, the first thing people that gamble say something fishy here going on. If you look at basketball right now, we had a scare about a decade ago, well, almost 2 decades ago, with an NBA official saying that he was calling a game a certain way because he had allegedly an affiliation with the mob and a bookmaker, that he was somehow or another fixing games. And the NBA was very nervous about that. Then, of course, we know about the Pete Rose situation. And now we're finding out, in the NFL last year, since they have joined forces together, the betting world and the sports world, we knew there was going to be problems. We know people out here have gambling addictions. We know that. It's a part of life. It happens. But at the same time, what is the league doing in their part for its responsibility in making sure that matters of this magnitude don't get to where it's at right now when it comes to betting on sports through the eyes of a player or a family member of a player in the league, on the property, off the property, with an app, in a state that's against gambling? All of those ramifications need to be looked at a little bit more closely, because here's the mitigating circumstances. You had Calvin Ridley get suspended for a year for allegations of him betting on football and himself. Here's the funny thing. He was kicked out of the league for a year, so he basically gambled on himself, and he got a $92 million contract with the Tennessee Titans. At the same time, in the NFL, it has up 33% in people that are employed by the NFL have had fines or suspensions or fired from their job due to gambling. Where's that story? Where's that story? So there is a problem here. There is a problem. So now we're going to fast forward. We're by Pete Rose. We're by Calvin Ridley. Now we're on the NBA right now. We got Jonte Porter, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, allegations of him with a connection in gambling. Then you also have Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter, the $4.5 million situation. The stories with Jonte Porter and as well as Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter, they're not making much sense to me. They're looking very guilty to the betting world. As a gambling person, it's not making sense to me. They got caught in one hell of a lie, and they don't know how to get out of it. Just tell the truth. If Ohtani tells the truth, he's banned from Major League Baseball. But can he go back to Japan and play baseball? Can he go to the Korean Baseball League? Is he absolutely done with playing baseball? I think he's done with Major League Baseball. If it comes out somehow or another, he's deemed guilty in this situation as well. We all knew this was going to be a topic of discussion one day. We all had our thoughts and concerns about putting a professional team in Vegas. We've gotten over that hump, okay? Now we got to get over the hump of gambling on baseball. Gambling on sports? Who's going to be the more responsible adult in the room? Is it the league? Is it the gambling committee? Is it the players? Somebody has to step up and take charge. How can they get this thing under control? It is out of hands what's going on in the gambling world, in the betting world, when it comes to sports, the players, and family members. And knowing when you're at work and not at work is the most confusing damn thing in the world to me. How you didn't know you were on NFL property? How did you get the app if it's illegal to gamble in the state? That's another question I have. How are you getting access to something that's illegal to do? It's like I can't gamble on the track in Missouri. I have to go to Illinois to bet on the track. I can't even download the app. It won't allow you to do it. So I'm confused. I have questions. I'm shaking my head. I'm Googling things. I'm watching videos, and none of this is making sense to me at all. Did baseball get duped? Like the sports world got duped by the Bitcoin situation? Some of us can't even watch our hometown hockey team because of it. Some of us trying to figure out what we're going to do Thursday when Major League Baseball season starts because they got duped by the Bitcoin scandal situation that affected the sports world. Just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean you're smart. Keep that in mind. Just because they have money don't mean they're smart. Okay? But bet that this is not done yet in the eyes of the gambling folk, the folks that make it make sense. What's up, Jacob? Thanks for tuning in. As a baseball fan, this would really hurt the sport. And I'm trying to think the last time a sport made us mad. When baseball went on strike, were we really mad at baseball? Or were we mad at the fact what baseball let happen with the steroid situation? To me, baseball let that happen. They needed that to happen to get the fans back in the seat. But the fact that baseball turned its back on the players after allowing the players to do that, I didn't like that process of the game. Now, we're in bed with the sports books right now, sports world. We know we have people with gambling problems. How can they get a better control of the gambling situation with players moving forward? We can't do nothing about the past. It's already over with. But moving forward, what can the sports books, the commissioners of these leagues, and the players do far as more responsibility, more accountability, and reassurance that, hey, we cannot have this happen anymore? Or is this going to get worse? Is it going to get worse? Jonte Porter is the latest with allegations possibly connected with gambling on himself in the NBA, and the Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter situation with the $4.5 million owed to a bookmaker whose house was raided by the FBI last year. See, all this is just how he get connections to wire the money and all the questions they need when you have wire transfers over a large amount of money. I tell you what, kids. I tell you what. Moving right along, it is what I like to call Talk Tuesday, kids. We raising the roof, we're scratching our head, we have questions, and we're looking at video, and we're hearing the things that we're hearing, and we're reading things on the intertwine or the internet. And what I'm reading on social media and what I'm seeing on television, black on black in sports debating and comedy has gotten way out of control. I've never seen black people hate on each other this bad the way that it is coming about. How are you still mad about something that happened 25 years ago? And you're breaking down specific points of something that happened 25 years ago. What do most people tell you? Let it go. Where's this getting you? Ever since, I want to say possibly 2 months before Cat Williams did Club Shay Shay, it was happening in the sports world, the way they were going back and forth. Probably with the sports shows that I watch with Undisputed with Skip and his new team. And then you also have the Karen show in the morning. The way they throw shots back and forth at other shows, I don't get that. What is the show that's doing a show talking about another show? How is that? I don't understand how that's relevant. Where's they getting you? And the comedians going back and forth on each other. I mean, this country, Wayne's situation and Faison. What is? I don't get it. Tubi and TikTok and YouTube has given people like a different platform of freedom, I think. It's a different type of clout. It's a different type of cap. It's something. It's something that's putting confidence in a way I never thought I'd see it come across this way. I guess maybe because the way the feedback is going, constructive criticism, quick at the mouth. I just never seen it be taken in a way that it's being taken right now when it comes to black on black in the sports and entertainment world. The way it's like, what happened? What I am proud to see other people, all races and colors, to do something that makes them happy. To do something that makes them happy. If you happen to be the first of your race, gender, sex, or religion or ethnicity to do something, and other people can look at it and use that as forward moving, that's awesome. That's awesome. But to get your own people to constantly berate you and put you down for doing something that you're passionate about is mind-boggling to me. I don't know when did it get this way? How did it get this bad? And what's coming next? I would like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I state your name, Montez, would like to know that for sure. What is coming next when it gets to that point to me of comedy, debate shows, doing a commercial, being a guest on somebody's show? Why does the criticism that harsh right now? What happened? What happened? Why are we so ticky-tacky? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break here. You CertaPro painters. OKC presents Montez at midday. Going to have a short word from my sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on. Be right back. Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on. What up, good folk, good people, and welcome back to CertaPro Painters. OKC presents Montez at midday. This is Talk Tuesday of the show. If you're just tuning in, thank you. At the top of the show, we talked about that considering what's going on in the gambling and the sports world right now, somebody line where you're talking about Jonte Porter allegations in the NBA, as well as Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter allegations in Major League Baseball. What they say, Houston, I think we have a problem. And we just talked about before I break there, black on black. Yeah, how did it get this bad? Comedians talking about each other, sports debaters dissing each other on other shows about each other. What's going on? What's going on? Well, last night in the NBA, the Boston Celtics were up by 30 points and lost the game. How? 30 points. I don't want to hear we was tired, the road trip. 30 points down to the Atlanta Hawks. There's some things that go on in sports I just can't realize. I always think back to a coach of mine that didn't play that bullshit, that really challenged you on the level of competition. That type of coach. Somebody should have taken some action last night. It should have been some furniture moving in the locker room after that game. You were up by 30. You were up by 30 points, you lose the game. I got to hear this. I got to get a better understanding. West Virginia. Do you think in the women's college basketball tournament, the referees are trying to do this so certain teams get a matchup possibly? And is Kim Mulkey going too far about protecting the story about her? We're going to see. Charles Barkley said some of the wildest shit ever. Charles Barkley said when he was in the NBA, he would wear his uniform in the shower. So watch it. Kenny Smith said, stop lying. Stop lying. Charles Barkley is something else. Do you stand with Dion on what he said about his sons? Do you stand with Coach Prime on what he said about his sons? The girls got cheated in their last basketball game last night, West Virginia. I'm going to rewatch that game after the show, Jerry. I'm going to rewatch that game after the show. I definitely will. But do you stand with Coach Prime on what he said about his sons? Due to what Deion has done on the field, off the field, in his leisure time, and for the game itself of football, do you stand with Coach Prime and what he said about his sons? There's certain cities we're not going to. I know how this process works. I'm not leaving Colorado to recruit nobody. I will FaceTime them. To have somebody come to your house, a whole lot of things got to be right. Most of these kids are not in the best situations for his financial living situations. Do you really want Coach Prime seeing that? Exactly. Have you heard some of these stories of these kids, how they were raised in the type of conditions of houses they live in? You really want Coach Prime coming to that shit? Exactly. The way people are recruited today is not the way it was done in the 60s and 70s and 80s. It's a different ball game now. We got to catch on and understand the game has changed. I'm standing with Coach Prime on his talks about his kids moving forward and his coaching techniques. I'm with him. I'm not saying Colorado's going to win a national championship the days of Mike McCarthy era, when Cordell Stewart was there, when Rashad Salam was the running back. I'm not saying that's that type of Buffalo team yet. But when you've been around the game and know the game and know owners, okay, you've been in meetings most people can't even think of being in. You know information. So I'm standing with Coach Prime on his talks about his recruiting process as well as his kids' future. Okay, good people. And this last topic of discussion right here, the Kansas City Shuffle. That's what I think is going on right now in sports and entertainment. I think there's something bigger going on. The boat situation and the bridge situation in Maryland. Look here. Again, questions. It looked like the bridge exploded to me. It looked like the bridge was a detonator. Don't even look like that ship hit it at 1:30 this morning, 12:30 in the morning, St. Louis time, to me. And no one is covering the P. Diddy situation. Why is that? Why? We got more coverage with Kaepernick. We got more coverage with Robert Kelly than we getting at. Something going on. There's something going on. Something's not adding up right to me right now. There's a whole lot of things going on. I'm like, hold on, what just happened? What? Rob Manfred put in his retirement papers for 28 already. He's up to something. Ohtani's and Mike Trout relationship with the Angels, something not right. The way the story broke about Ohtani, something not right. In the music industry right now, something's not right. In Hollywood with the movies, something's not right. I wonder what's going on. What's about to come down? Are we going to be just as shocked and amazed and wowee? Are we going to be kiki ha-ha? Are we going to be a bunch of people that say, I told you? the way this thing is moving right now, the storyline, the way stories are coming out, I I don't I don't something's not just selling right with me right now on this whole storyline of the betting, the bridge situation, the streaming networks. Something's going on. You got all these streaming services supposed to join together to create this amazing sports opportunity for sports fans everywhere. We should already have that. We should already have that. It should not be that difficult to watch baseball, to watch football, to watch hockey, to watch basketball. It shouldn't be that difficult. We should have a button. You hit it, NBA. All the games should pop up, and you pick what you want to watch for each sport. It should be that simple. It should be that fucking simple. Why can't we get it that simple? Why does it have to be this hard? That's what she said. It is crazy the methods and the procedures we have to go through in order to watch sports today. If we think about it, our parents had it pretty good when they had sports just on 5 channels. Maybe we should go back there. We're too greedy. We're too greedy. I want sports all the time. I would pay the applicable fees, but make it make sense to me. Okay? Make it make sense to me. How the second half of the NBA cheaper than the whole damn season? I mean, more expensive than the whole damn season. What? How is the NBA League Pass more expensive than the full season right now? I guess that's why they charge you $5 for going in the store to pay your cell phone bill. What? But I just want to shake people sometimes. Like, does this really make sense to you? Let me get this straight. AT&T payment system was down Friday, I believe. It was down Friday for like an hour. And the lady tells me, you can go in the store and pay it, but they're going to charge you $5. But your system is down when I pay online. Why am I being fined? She said, well, I don't know. I said, why is the line down? I don't know. Who do you work for? She said, AT&T. It's like women that wear yoga pants and no underwear and say, what you looking at? Hey, what you expect me to do? Huh? Play fair, lady. Come on. Play fair. I wasn't ogling. I saw the speed bump. Something. What's wrong with that? Huh? Calm down. It's almost summertime. It's almost what time of work, your kids? Sundress weather. Yes. Our favorite time of the year. Sundress weather. Women at the zoo with kids that are not theirs. You know, women do that. Women take kids to the zoo that are not theirs. Did you know that? To flirt. People take their grandkids to the horse track, nothing wrong with it. And people use kids that are not theirs to go to the zoo to flirt. Wow. The things we learn living here in St. Louis. Well, folks, this is my type of weather right here. Hormones are going crazy. Day drinking is about to begin. Get your morning walk out the way. Get your afternoon walk out the way. Either way, stay hydrated when you're doing either of the two. So we got it out the way today. I think there's more coming from this Ohtani situation. I think there's more coming out of Jonte Porter situation. And something ain't right in Maryland. I'm not buying that story. Something going on with that and Diddy. I'm standing with Coach Prime. I'm waiting. And also what we're talking about comedians, why don't y'all chill on each other? Just chill for a minute. We need to go back to doing your mama cap jokes. Remember those as kids talking about each other, mama? Those were the good old days. Those were the good old days. People still talk about each other, mama. We need to bring that back. Whoever I hang out with today, let's talk about each other, mama, back and forth. Let's just talk like we did back in the day. Again, thank you for the birthday shout outs to my G-Ma turning 90. My great nephew, TJ, is 6 today. Gone, TJ. And also my oldest boy turned 34 yesterday. Thank you all for the birthday shout outs and wishes. And to you as well. And to the couples out there realizing they like each other, y'all hang tough. Damn what other people say. Long as you happy, boo-boo. Don't give a damn what nobody say. Don't give a damn. You know that man ain't got no license, no job, but you love him. You stay with him, girl. That's for you. Go on, girl. Go on. Get it in. Go. Go. So what? She slept with all your friends. You still love her, don't you? You gone, dude. It's happiness. It's happiness. We're judging people. Let them be happy. All right, folks, we out of here. Thank you again for tuning in to another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters. OKC presents Montez at midday. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, here on Facebook as well as X and YouTube. Thanks again, good people, and enjoy the rest of your day. And as they say in the hood, I will holler at you later. Peace, and we out.